Alright, this is a follow-up to my first video. This is Ablecraft here, 2008 Jeep Wrangler JK 6-speed manual transmission with the 3.8 liter V6 engine. So I'm done with the prep work. Call it a day and a half's work. Taped everything off and done what I can do. These are my weapons. I got let's see here, 8 cans of that self-etching primer that I'm gonna throw on the frame, followed up with that 8 cans of that protective gloss enamel, and then after everything's cured up, I'm gonna go ahead and throw that fluid film on there with that wand that they supplied you, so I can get that 360 in there, shooting that in the frame with the fluid. If you're expecting to see me do all this work, you can turn it off right now. So, because I'm going to preserve this camera. But I just wanted to show the stages of the before and after what I've done. Mostly for posterity's sake, because I want to see how this thing holds up a year from now. So, with all to do, I'm going to go ahead and get underneath and start some filming. Let's see here what the miles on this thing. It is still, let's see, 130,698 miles. Okay, so that's a good deal right there. And let me fix this here tape on this here. On my tape job. Alright. So, quick walk around. Alright, so let's see here. Yep, I taped everything off there. Came up in here, taped everything off. I just did tape on the brake lines or anything that I didn't want to get paint on. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. And let's go take a look underneath. And again, this is what you saw. This is, if you saw my before video, you notice how things looked beforehand. Oh, this is with a whole bunch of wheel grinding, the wire brushes. Well, that's the best I could do with that fuel tank carrier skid plate. I did some beating on it to get some of the rust out of there. I was starting to take it down, and I was actually almost had it all off. I had one bolt holding it, but the fuel tank started to fall, and I realized that that skid plate slash is a carrier for that, or a cradle if you want to look at it that way. So I'm gonna have to improvise another means to get that thing down. Probably I was gonna try to MIG that up, but shoot, I don't know. I might find another one or strap some metal to it, weld some metal to it if I can find something to hold it. But it is what it is. It's just doing its job for now. Don't know how long though. Alright, so here we go. Feeling pretty good with the work I've done thus far. Put some light on this thing here. Okay, I'm at the rear section of the Jeep. Okay. Back it off a little bit. Alright, that's feeling pretty good. Yeah, wired wheeled out. Nice. Nice. Alright. Put some light up there. Cool. Looking good. I'm going to probably touch up the differentials. I actually got a little bit of the sheet scale rust off it. front. This is the driver's side front wheel. Okay. I'm glad to see that the upper gasket, the upper pan leak is fixed. That was 3 weeks ago. I tightened up, torqued up all those bolts there because I was getting a leak right here. Well, it was draining into here. You had to take off this plate that covers the flywheel. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bolts. I think 15mm screw. 50mm bolts. Anyway, no leaking, looking good. For your reference, this is RTV'd in the lower pan. So tightening them up may not necessarily work. You'd have to put in a new RTV seal. Alright, so keep on moving. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to, this is all the stuff I'm gonna be shooting with primer. So obviously I'm gonna prime first. Alright, making my way to do the passenger side. Alright, I'm at the, where am I at now? Passenger side front rear wheel. Feeling pretty good. Wire wheeled all that out. Nice. I did use like a bug tar wax remover degreaser, and I made up my own degreasing compound in a bucket with lemon oil, baking soda, white vinegar, a lot of that to degrease this whole thing prior to. Alright, that's the front axle. Looks pretty good. I'm going to prime up that as well. See here, that looks good. Looking here, I'm on the passenger side. Alright. Going down, looking down the frame well. Alright, this frame's not looking, this looking pretty good. Underneath looking good. Get that primed up. Keep on moving. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. That's what Russ would do. 12 years old. Unfortunately, I got this Jeep a year ago. It lived its life up in Maryland, based on the Carfax. My nephew had this vehicle, so I didn't necessarily have my eyes on it then, and then he brought it down here to Florida for a while, and then I got a hold of it. So 5,000 miles ago. But I want to preserve this and see if we can keep it from rusting out from the inside. Alright, so I'm at the right rear axle. Right rear quarter of the vehicle. Like I said, no action photos here today, folks. I'm just doing this more for my own record. But should you want to do the same, you can too. Just takes work. I don't even know how much this would cost if somebody was to actually do this. Alright, pretty good. That's the right rear angle bracket going to the bumper. Okay, let's see here if I can get some light up on this thing here. Okay, so I'm on my back, looking straight up. right rear quarter. Nice. Very good. Looking underneath the right rear shock mount. Cool. Sorry for the low light conditions, but I had extensively wire wheeled the heck out of that area, then degreased it. So I'm gonna be shooting some primer up in that thing for sure, for sure. Everywhere is gonna get primer. Then I'll go over and I'll do probably 3 coats of primer. Let it sit, put some heat gun on it. Try to get all that oxidization out so it'll dry nice. We'll see, I'll let you know how it goes. Because I will be doing a follow-up video when it's all said and done. Alright, looking down the vehicle. Alright. Alright, I'm at the right axle. Take some light off this thing. Okay, keep going. One more place to look. Left shock. Driver's side left, rear shock. Okay. Looking pretty good up in there. Same treatment I did. Wire wheel with the greasing, and I took a metal hammer mallet and pounded out a lot of the rust out of the frame. And I even took my air compressor and blew out the frame with the air hose. Blew out rust in preparation for that fluid film that's going to go in there. Hopefully I don't want to trap any rust in there or moisture in there. Alright, so I'm now looking at that skid plate that covers the transfer case. Nice. I remember the day when I had to change the transmission fluid on this thing. Transfer case. Had to drop that skid plate and then get my little tool up in there. Alright. So I'm looking down the frame on this side. Looks pretty good. I like the priming job I did. I don't know. I guess the maintenance video's taking 10 minutes. Too long. But we'll see what we got. Alright, let me get up from this. Get it from down here. Alrighty, so that's what we got, folks. That's what we got. So anyway, I'll do a follow-up video. It'll be the 3rd video that I do that shows how this all turned out. I know it can't be worse than what it was, being that it's a 2008. Never had any freeing treatment or rust prevention or done on it at all. Alrighty. Well, you guys, you do take care of yourselves. Have a good Ablecraft day. Take care of your stuff. It'll take care of you. Later.